if we use broadcasting beyond just entertainment or edutainment, pure education learning environment. So hi everyone, my name is Mardhiah Nasir. I'm the VP of Sales for IPSB Technology, and today I would like to talk about future of OTT for education. There is no doubt that broadcasting over the top video on demand phenomenon has transcended beyond just entertainment. So when you think about broadcasting and OTT, you not only stop at Netflix or as Amazon Prime anymore. You look into LinkedIn education, you look into how YouTube also evolved and become quite a good platform for educators to push out their content. So globally, in terms of number of students enrolled in the higher education, is more than double since 2000. And globally, we have more than 1.3 billion students. With this pandemic that's just happened for the past 3 months, I think it opened up a lot of eyes for people to use online learning, live streaming, webinar, and to find solutions beyond what they have. And digital learning is very useful during this emergency crisis. Not only that, any emergency crisis or limitation from the students or the lecturers. So for months, future generation are not allowed to sit on exams or attended any classes. So how we can assist? So there's two things that we need to look at. So number one is the question of, is your infrastructure ready for a total turnkey online learning during this emergency crisis? Number two, how can learning institution adapt to a new normal of learning environment? So let's address number one, which is infrastructure readiness. So this is the big topic that everybody been talking about. Number one, in terms of infrastructure readiness, we need to look at the users, which is the students. So most or all the students nowadays are digital native students. They're born after 1995, which is they're already familiar with smartphones, they're already familiar with YouTube, they're already familiar with Facebook and things like that. So online learning is not something that is weird for them or something new for them. They're very comfortable with multimedia education. And in fact, we've seen a rise in terms of using video since 2008. And students' expectations are pretty high. They expect to have a seamless environment and seamless experience in terms of online learning. So more now than ever that we have turned to online learning and continue to evolve using the broadcast technology. Therefore, to accommodate students with education, we need to find a ways and type of infrastructure that will make connectivity of all this online learning happen. So talking about connectivity, I think this is the most important subject to make sure that we close all the gaps in terms of digital learning. These are the first area that we need to address. I think everybody has seen a video from a student who need to sit in exams, and she need to climb up a tree and try to find the right spot for her to get connectivity. So this shouldn't happen today. And we need to close these gaps. We need to make sure that education for everyone will happen in years to come. The next one in terms of infrastructure is that learning management system or LMS alone is not enough. Webinar alone is not enough. We need to combine a live streaming, LMS, webinar, and we need to have the broadcast knowledge, the right camera equipment, the right setup, the right media formats, and we need to know what kind of content that we need to produce. Universities need to give up directions of content, and we need to have content production and producers choosing the right technology and combine knowledge with all these stakeholders is very, very important. So come to my second point, which is learning institutions. So once the infrastructure is ready, once we already know what equipment to use, what kind of setup that we need to have, we need to look into change management of the institution itself, because the burden of producing a content shouldn't be held accountable to the lecturers or the teachers alone. The universities or the colleges or schools need to give a direction, and this content evolve around subject matter experts and things like that. So in broadcasting, people always mention that number one, content is always the king, and two, platform is the queen. So platform is just an enabler, but content is still the king. So adapting these new skills will take time, but progressively I think we need to both learn to adapt the technology as well as the content in terms of producing a good quality content for the future. So once we address all these gaps and we understand that 5G is also coming up, so we need to make sure how we'll be able to join forces between all these stakeholders, the broadcasting, telecommunication, learning institutions, probably have their own content production house and things like that in adopting this OTT learning. And part of this is very important to ensure that continuous learning during these pandemics or during emergency crisis or things like that will not impact our future generation. So I would like to join hand with all of you out there. So if you like to know more, do reach out to us, and please share and subscribe, and also just leave some comment below what do you think will help in terms of our future OTT for educators. Till then, so thank you so much for watching and see you again. Bye.